Hello everyone who has happened to have clicked on this video, and welcome back to this channel where of course we are trying to learn how to draw very badly whilst I record it for your amusement. That was terrible as an intro, but here we are. Either way, I felt like doing something a bit different today. So obviously for most of my previous videos I've mostly been just using the default brush, or whatever you want to call it, on Krita. This time, however, I thought I'd do something a bit different, so I'm trying to use the paint-esque tools on Krita, and by that I don't mean the ones that you'd find in MS Paint. I mean, you know, the the tools that make it look like a paintbrush, basically. And I've at least drawn like with pencil and paper before this. I have never. I've never painted, really. I mean, I guess I did in primary school. I don't really know, but yeah. You can see here, so I've got a basic sketch going on. I'm not doing anything too fancy. It's literally just a blacksmith's workshop is what I'm going for. Very loosely based on Alvor's from Skyrim. But yeah, as you can see, I've just got the basic sketch and I'm gonna try and paint on it. Now, I don't know any techniques about painting. I literally haven't touched any of these tools until this video. I didn't research anything about how to do this, so this is just me guessing for the most part. I don't think it turned out too bad, but there were, like, this just wasn't great. But yeah, either way, I just felt like trying to paint rather than just drawing. I also, the forge was the hardest part, because as you can see, there's like, you know, a forge in the center, but turns out I'm not very good at dealing with lighting, because I thought it could be interesting, like providing an orange glow over a dark scene. The scene doesn't look very dark, and I don't know how to make it more dark. I guess the only thing I can think of is just make all the colours darker, but that would have taken a while, so I didn't do that. But yeah, I tried adding some like hot coals sort of thing in the middle of the forge. I don't know if it worked that way. It kind of looks a bit like burnt baked beans, but being realistic, do you need anything else in life aside from some baked beans? Preferably not burnt, to be fair. I don't even like baked beans in the first place. I don't know what my point is here. I'm kind of just rambling, but yeah, I wasn't sure how much detail to do really, because like I've seen people like painting on these kinds of softwares before, and I thought it would be a lot easier than it actually is, because like whenever they do it, it just looks effortless. Like they just do a single brush stroke and it's like, oh yeah, I see where they're going with this. I do one and it just looks like a brush stroke. It doesn't look good. So this entire video was a really big learning experience for me. There were some things I ended up just learning, hence the word learning experience. I don't really know what I'm trying to say anymore, but point is, I actually had quite a lot of fun doing this. Surprisingly enough, this is one of my shorter drawing sessions. I think overall it was probably like an hour and 10 minutes, something like that, which isn't very long. I thought this would take a lot longer than it did, but I mean, it should have, is the thing, but I just didn't know what to do. Like, the end product, I know it has so much work to be done, I just don't know what that work is. Like, I can't look at any one part and think, oh, this is what needs doing, because I don't know what needs doing. I'm not at that level yet. I just kind of do what I think looks okay, and I can't really figure out where to go from there. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much detail to do on the back wall either. I just ended up drawing 3 bricks and left it at that. And hope that got the point across that it's brick. I'm actually quite proud of the anvil though. Because like when I was drawing it, or painting it I guess, it just didn't look like a 3D object, it just looked a bit strange. And then I zoomed out, I was like, oh, that actually looks good, what happened here? But yeah, either way. How have you guys been? You guys been good? I've been okay. Mainly been trying to draw. It is not. I don't know what I'm trying to say at the moment. But yeah. I don't know why I opted for a blacksmith station. It just seemed like something cool at the time, because I kind of, for a while I wanted to do draw a scene, I guess, rather than a thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. I wanted to draw a place rather than a creature or person or something like that, or an object specifically. And my first thought was a cool blacksmith's forge, but I never really got round to it. So I've ended up just doing it for this painting video, because this entire video is pretty aimless. It's just kind of like trying to acquire more skills. Because I mean, not every video can be something that means a lot. Like, I can't have every single video being Void Star related, something like that. There's only so much lore. I can't keep drawing everything in it. Yeah, I think we are actually somewhat nearing the end at the moment. Oh, never mind. There's quite a bit left. Actually, what am I? Where am I? Oh, that's weird. I didn't realize my editing software paid attention to where my mouse was rather than where the marker of where I am in the video. That's funky. Anyway, so I just had a revelation there. But yeah, we don't have that long left. We have about 2 minutes. So I just got to fill out this 2 minutes with random yap. I mean, I've still been playing Star Wars Conquest. I don't know if you guys have watched the previous video, but I've been playing Mount and Blade recently, Warband specifically, with the Star Wars Conquest mod. Turns out you can win the Darksaber from Bo-Katan. I didn't even realize she was in the mod pack, and then I joined her army, lost all of my stuff, and then I left her army, challenged her for the Darksaber, and somehow killed her in a single hit. I don't really know how that worked. I didn't kill her, obviously, but yeah. So now in the game, I have a Darksaber, which is pretty sick. It doesn't have any cool sound effects, which realistically it should have, because that would have made everything 10 times better. Yeah, either way, I think this is almost the finished product. Oh yeah, right here I'm just fixing the door, because I wanted the bricks on the outside to be jutting out, and it wouldn't make much sense for the lighting to be on the door that far to the left. So I've added a shadow rather than the lighting, which I think did improve it slightly, but still looks pretty bad. So there's not much I can do about it, at least not that I'm aware of. I also fixed this sword slightly. I added the shadows a bit further along rather than nearer the end, because I just think it looks better. It makes it look like it's got more of a bevel to it. I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. How swords like have a triangle cross section, that kind of thing. Not all swords though, I'm pretty sure some of them have different ones. But yeah, either way, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.